We're live, the home of the... Magic the Amway Center in beautiful Orlando, Florida. 2K Sports is proud to present NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And giving us the rundown from the sideline, David Aldridge. The Magic again playing host, continuing their homestand in this one.
And they've had the edge against this team, winning the first two matchups with 4 total on the season. They look to continue that advantage here tonight.
Keep the foot on the gas pedal in that case. You know what I say, if you can handle that, keep it down, man. Don't let them up. So I'm thinking they're looking for the knockout blow here.
Now here's Wall to the paint. Robinson. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Mohamed Bamba. And Greg, in the era of positionless basketball, Mitchell Robinson is an old-school center, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, during his first 4 years in the league, Robinson didn't attempt a single three. Has led the league in shooting percentage, so Mitchell knows his role.
For a young player, I like the way Fultz sees the floor. He knows and feels when a guy is open.
Suggs with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. Here's Suggs. Down low. Here's Carter. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Julius Randle picks one up.
Carter Jr. has a big body inside and uses his physical advantage as well to draw fouls.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that
shot? Maybe. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
I caught up with Coach Jamal Mosley. And Coach had nothing but praise for his players, saying, they've done everything I've asked. They've put in the extra work in practice, trying to turn their weaknesses into strengths. That's showing up in the win column. As a coach, Kevin, it's probably the best you can ask for. Back to you.
Thank you, David.
I think he's trying to do too much. He's not playing within himself. 2 fouls in less than a minute. He's got to turn it back a little bit, dial himself down. That was clearly a forced pass. There was no room for him to make it.
A team-first player. When Thompson notices one of his guys is uncovered, he is willing to get it to him.
Puts it up from 7. And it's in off the backboard. And Carroll's got his second basket of the game.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Suggs in the corner. Here's Fultz. Off target from 3-point range. And so it's Wall with it, bringing it up for the New York Knicks. And Greg, starting your career with the Knicks, what's the pressure like playing in New York City?
I tell you, the amount of media following you, the size of the city, it can be intimidating. But if you win, man, there's nothing like playing in New York.
Here's Suggs, following the basket by Cam Reddish. Pass to Suggs. Here's Carter. Goes back up. He lays it in.
A terrific offensive rebounder. Carter Jr. excels at using that big body of his to take advantage on the board.
Now here's Wall. The screen from Thompson. Outside Robinson. Clock at 4. Here's Randall. Here's Reddish. And Bamba pulls it down. Orlando leading. Now Banchero. Robinson with the block. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. We've got 1:55 left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Banchero. 6 to shoot. His second miss, now 2 of 4 on the game. Here's Reddish. And Reddish with the slam. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
It's stolen by Reddish. Over to the wing. To the inside. It's stolen by Banchero. Driving the lane. And finished off by Banchero.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
The shot by Thompson, no good. Here are the Magic now. 41 seconds left to play here in the first. Over in the corner, Banchero. And the dunk by Chambers.
Go ahead, rise up and throw it down, big fella. If he wanted to, he could have ripped that rim right out of the stanch.
Right side Robinson. And finished off by Robinson.
Great pass by Thompson. His playmaking abilities so underrated.
It's deflected. It's stolen by Reddish. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. First trip to the line for him here. That free throw good from Reddish. And the Magic making a change here. Both free throws good from Reddish.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Deep 2 from Wagner. And the first shot of the night for him, no good. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. New York ahead.
Please give a big round of applause.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for New York.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
And they've also done a great job turning defense into offense tonight, creating turnovers and capitalizing on the other end.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Thanks very much. Orlando has a very young roster. Coach Jamal Mosley says, one thing I've said to them is dominate the simple. The more we can keep it simple, the better we'll be. Not overthinking things, just playing off instincts and reaction. Kevin, back to you.
The place to start. Makes a lot of sense. David, thanks. Pass to Banchero. Carter with the screen. Carter on the wing. 5 on the clock. Takes it off the glass. Carter's got 5 now. Clark, with the dramatic rise in three-point shooting, do you think the league will ever experiment with a 4-point shot?
I don't think so, Kevin. That's a bit gimmicky for me, but I'm somewhat old school and traditional. I think you could maybe test it out somewhere, maybe in the All-Star game or the G League. The league hasn't been shy about trying new things and seeing what works and what doesn't.
Robinson misses.
Well, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
And finished off by Banchero.
And we we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Pass to Robinson. An emphatic LU jam.
A fantastic decision-making big. Randall with the right choice there, finding the open man.
Now, here's Thompson. Covered by Anthony. Jacks up a three. And Klay Thompson hits from deep. Thompson's got the lead up to 4 now for the Knicks.
Distance doesn't mean a thing to Klay. He's too proficient a shooter for an extra few feet to make any difference. And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And there's already a loyalty aspect to Banchero's makeup, starting with the tribute to the city he grew up in.
He literally takes Seattle everywhere he goes. You look at the tat on his right bicep. It has the Seattle skyline, Mount Rainier, the street he grew up on. In terms of his character, that indicates deep roots and a solid foundation he can build on.
All with it, and it's Carter picking him up. Randall is doubled to the middle. Here's Robinson. Pulls up from the corner. The shot misses. So Orlando will take it the other way. Orlando moving the ball around. And it's Carter missing. The Knicks leading by 5. There's a minute 47 left to play here in the second quarter. Randall no good.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Pass to Dedmon. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Here's Okogie. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And it's a 9-point Knicks lead.
Well, I like this from Okogie. I mean, still refining his perimeter game, so he makes his presence felt inside.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
And to see your son Greg find success in the NBA, I can only imagine that's going to be so special for you.
It is. I'm a proud papa because something that so few get to experience. So I couldn't be more proud of him and happy as well.
Just to Dedmon. New York needs to get off a shot. Bamba with the block.
Boy, great timing and awareness there from Bamba. He sends shots away on the daily.
The Magic trailed by 8. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Out to Carter. From deep 3-point range. Another miss by Orlando. Now the Knicks with it. And Toppin throws it down.
You know, of all the things Okogie does well, his passing tends to get overshadowed at times. I mean, easy to see how creative he is on this feed.
Here's Fultz. And he banks in the layup.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And we've reached halftime in this one. It's the Knicks as they wrap up the second quarter on a 14-5 run. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Pass to Carter. And here is Bamba. No good from outside.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Robinson. And he uses the glass on the layup. Robinson's got his third bucket of the night.
and they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Outside, Wall. No one near Randall as he lets it go. And that comes off the assist by John Wall.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
He takes it in. The second chance effort. That shot is off. Good D by Thompson. Pass to Randall. Inside. Here's Resch. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Reddish has got the lead up to 12 now for the Knicks. Bamba wide open and he fires. Cans it from downtown.
You know, he's a proven shooter from distance, guys, despite his size. Bamba's got a nice feel for when he should pull the trigger on that shot.
Wall. It's deflected. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks very much, guys. Growing up, Mitchell Robinson didn't play basketball, but a 7-inch growth spurt in the 8th grade changed things. He fell to the 36th pick overall in 2018, but his physical tools have made him a presence. One key to his success, he says, just run the floor. If you're the first man down the court, you can get the ball. Kevin, that sounds pretty simple to me.
It does to me, too. Keep it simple and use that athleticism. David, thanks. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here. Robinson hits them both. Well, Greg, analysts evaluate player performances on the floor, and sometimes we've seen the players fire back. They're not happy with the criticism.
You know, it's a risk you take, but if you treat everyone with kid gloves, you're really not doing your job. The audience expects a level of honesty, and quite frankly, players don't mind you criticizing their game. It's when those critiques become personal. How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a brick pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team. Boy, a big man with great touch from deep, always a valuable commodity in today's game.
Here's Bogdanovich. Bamba with the block. Driving to the basket. And finished off by Fultz.
You got to clog up the clear lanes to the basket. You can't give him room to operate. When you do, Fultz scorches you with his speed.
Here's Toppin. Can't get it to fall. The Magic trailed by 6. Here's Banchero. And finished off by Banchero.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
And now the Knicks on the break. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
The heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the net.
And the Knicks making a change here. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Yeah, he's averaging 80% from the line, and he has been as steady as they come at the stripe.
Boy, I tell you what, he's really coming to his own this year. I mean, that is an enormous step up from what he shot at the line last season.
And you got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Outside Rose. Here's Okogie. Clock at 6. Here's Dedmon. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Wendell Carter. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half. And that's taking care of business, fellas. Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock them down from the line.
Toppin with the steal. And here's the fast break. Rose leading the way. Got a piece of it.
Wagner, so good with his hands, but he's a smart defender, too. Positioned himself well to come away with that block.
Here's Suggs. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Taking 2 shots.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And this is something Suggs does not shy away from, wanting to get to the line in these clutch moments.
The third quarter comes to a close. Knicks lead by 5. 2K Sports, back in a moment.
The Knicks, 43.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. All with it. Pass to Robinson. And then Robinson slams it in.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go. Baby, it is showtime.
And why not? A little salt in the wound. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys reeling and on the ropes.
Outside, Wall. Outside for Randall. They get it back. And Robinson is right there. And the Knicks lead by 9. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for New York.
I like their defense today, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
You know, something else that catches my eye is the fact that they have blocked a bunch of shots. I mean, the block shot total, extremely impressive. The defensive intensity, top level.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And Orlando making a change here.
And as I watch Cole out there, Kevin, I just love the progression he's made. The young man's put the work in to improve his game and really only starting to scratch the surface.
Pass to Thompson. From deep to the paint. New York moving it around. And the dunk by Robinson.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
For Cole Anthony, GA, this team believes in his future.
I mean, he's a competitive kid and knows how to play the right way. And now he understands how to play winning basketball. And that's no bias from me. That's just my analysis.
The Magic trail by 8. They double him with Wall. Fultz. Good. Nice job down low.
Much respect to Fultz for his attitude. Even when he gets bumped around, he stays with it. Superb body control.
Outside for Randall. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Tyson Chandler. That free throw good from Randall.
And, you know, the impressive ascension of Randall has been a lot of fun to watch. I mean, he's a double-double threat who plays with relentless energy.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. To the middle. To the right side. Pass to Banchero. Back to Fultz. And that one, good. 8 points for Markelle Fultz.
And, you know, Fultz is highly skilled as an offensive player. When he gets this kind of positioning inside, it's a wrap.
And here's Wall. Randall left side. Shot clock at 6. Down low. And finished off by Robinson.
And his eyes got wide once he got the ball inside. You just know what he's going to do with the basketball.
It's stolen by Reddish. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. Ball's shot is good. And now it's a 10-point Knicks lead.
Boy, you've got to appreciate the passing that results in a great look.
And a fast break now for New York. Randall's running. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall.
I really believe we can go ahead now and lock Klay Thompson in on the short list of the greatest pull-up shooters in the NBA. And we might be talking the all-time list here.
And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
New York leading by 13. Here's Thompson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Thompson's got 5 points now this quarter.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win
For the Knicks.
We got to see a display of offensive prowess in this one that got it done. High-scoring game.
Bucket after bucket. They were really in attack mode all game long.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And digging themselves out of a 2-0 hole here in the season series. Really important. And they still have another game to play with which maybe they get a chance to tie this thing up at 2 apiece in that last matchup against the Magic.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Mitchell Robinson.
And, you know, there was no stopping him tonight. Whenever he got the ball, he was looking to score, and rightly so.
An extremely efficient and productive game for him. But again, he's not going to be able to do it all by himself.
Randall right side. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Up top, Reddish. Just 5 to shoot. Kept alive by New York. Second chance shot. Wall wide open. So no problem for New York as they get the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile one.